This meeting is called to order in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act. Notice of this meeting was provided to the Home Use Tribune, the Star Ledger, and the Highland Park Planet on January 8, 2025, and was posted on Borough Hall website at www.hbborough.com and on the bulletin board at Borough Hall, 221 South Fifth Avenue in Highland Park, New Jersey, and has remained continuously posted as required by law. Fire exit are to the right and left of council chambers. Maria, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Foster.
Yes.
Councilmember George.
Here.
Councilmember Hale. Councilmember Hirsch.
Here.
Council President Kim Cho-Han. Here. Councilmember Pistonik.
Here.
Councilmember Vargas.
Here.
Borough Attorney Renaud.
Here.
Borough Administrator Hover.
Here. May I have a motion to approve minutes of April 1st, 2025, regular meeting, April 8th, 2025, work session meeting, April 8th, 2025, executive session meeting, April 15th, 2025, regular meeting as distributed.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho-Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Now we move to council reports. Councilmember George.
Thank you, Mayor. I just have a brief report, but first of all, I'd like to thank everyone who made this year's street fair one of the best that's been around for years, even with a little bit of drizzling rain that kept the giveaway plant at the native plant sanctuary well watered. The best part that I like to see was the number of our volunteers and members of boards and commissions, all of our administration, our elected officials all out and greeting everyone. All of our boards and commissions had representatives, had stands, had activities, and we really got everyone out presenting their work for our community and get the message out about our engagement with life and all of its varied activities in Highland Park. With regard to the police department, just briefly, the police department, the Safe Walking and Cycling Committee, and the Middlesex County Keep Middlesex Moving are presenting this year's bicycle rodeo on Thursday, May 15th at Bartle School from 4:30 to 6 p.m. for all ages. They always have games, bicycle safety checks, including, I think, Keep Middlesex Moving will have a bike mechanic there to check kids' bikes out, even adults' bikes out. Activities and people from various locations, including Robert Wood Johnson, doing presentations on bicycling and scooter safety. I hope everybody attends. Last year was pretty big and very active. This year should be even better. In the library, work is quietly going on in some long-term projects, which the board has been able to return to finally after the past year, more relocations and repairs and reorganizing. I believe they're working on plans in the planning stage with the Human Relations Commission for a book reading project, tentatively using The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride, which is a read that I really enjoyed last year and a great mirror for looking at ourselves in Highland Park. Fire department continues their monthly training sessions with a full turnout. Recently, the department did hose checking and training, very heavy duty training, and the chief promises more on-point training every month. And finally, I met with members of the volunteer first aid squad at the street fair and had an opportunity to see how they're engaged in training and membership as well. They were awaiting the delivery of the new ambulance, care of the Ida Kushner estate request, and they're very optimistic and enthusiastic about their mission and their readiness. It was a pleasure to speak with them at the street fair. And thank you, Mayor. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilmember Postelnick.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Postelnick. I'm the chair of the Health and Human Services Committee. Within that bucket, there's a couple items I just want to talk about tonight. First up is I wanted to thank the borough's Commission on Universal Access and the Human Relations Commissions were manning tables at the Spring Street Fair on Sunday. I unfortunately had a scheduling conflict, and was only able to be there for the last half hour or so, but I heard that both commissions were able to engage with a lot of residents and educate them on the important work that they do. And a special thank you to them for sticking it out through the rain. Next, there's one item on the agenda that I want to highlight, a favorite topic of mine, getting a new shuttle bus. So tonight we are hearing another resolution authorizing a grant agreement with the State Department of Environmental Protection for the purchase of said shuttle bus. This is an important next step to getting this much needed shuttle bus. So I just wanted to encourage my council colleagues to support this resolution. We know plenty of our seniors and other residents are anxiously awaiting the return of a shuttle bus to town, and hopefully we'll soon be able to purchase it and get back to providing our usual full range of transportation services to our residents. I also wanted to talk briefly about our upcoming food distributions for the month. Highland Park Gives a Food will be providing free groceries every Tuesday and Wednesday this month from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. At the Zone 16 Center at 600 Benner Street. And the Highland Park Food Pantry will also be distributing free groceries on the second and fourth Thursdays of the month, which is May 8th and 22nd, from 9 a.m. to 10:40 a.m. in the morning and 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the evening. And then also on the Saturdays of those same weeks, which would be May 10th and the 24th, from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at the Highland Park Community Center, 220 South 6th Avenue. There's a Board of Health meeting this Thursday at 7 p.m. I'll be on Zoom if anyone is interested in attending. The link will be available on the calendar on the HP Borough website. And lastly, I just wanted to wish a very happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you.
And that was my report for tonight.
Thank you. Councilmember Vargas.
Thank you, Mayor. Hello, everybody. My name is Norma Vargas, and I serve as a council liaison for Arts and Recreation. So I have a couple of updates. The Arts Commission officially launched its Learn and Create workshop series last week with a fantastic start. The topic was Unleash Your Inner Poet, and it was very well attended and an inspiring event. A special thanks to Commission member Ariana Astuni for leading the program, and to all the Commission members who helped plan, design the promotional materials, and spread the word. Their next workshop is called Simple and Stylish Beginner Jewelry Making. Will take place on Monday, May 27th at 7 p.m. at the Highland Park Library. Please look for details on the Arts Commission social media, as well as the Borough's community calendar. The Commission's next monthly meeting is scheduled for this Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Highland Park Library. As always, all board, commission, and committee meetings are open to the public, and we welcome community input, participation, and support. On the Community Center Recreation Department side, they had an exciting opening day for UT Ball and Spring NFL Flag Football on April 23rd. Participation is at an all-time high, and their flag football program is currently waitlisted across all divisions due to high demand. The HPYTC Spring Theater Program concludes this week with performances of High School Musical Junior at the Highland Park High School Auditorium. The performances will take place on Thursday, May 8th at 6:30 p.m. And Sunday, May 11th at 3 p.m. Admission is free with a suggested donation of $5. We have some upcoming special events at the community center. For May, there will be the Mother's Day luncheon on Tuesday, May 13th at 12 p.m. It's going to be entertainment by Alessandro Belloni, which is Italian music, so that should be fun. In June, they will have the senior prom, Dancing Under the Stars. Will take place on June 13th between 4 and 7 p.m. and they will have a DJ. Please contact the community center for more information on any of these events or questions about their services. Their number is 732-819-0052. And of course, I'll keep reminding everybody to save the date for fireworks in the park, which is Thursday, July 3rd at 6 p.m. And I think I skipped the Memorial Day Parade that's coming up as well. That will take place, I believe, starting at the Doughboy statue. So anyways, we still reserve the date for fireworks in the park. And there will be an Atlantic City trip that the community center is organizing that will take place on July 15th. And of course, the Park Staff Summer Concert Series is coming up on select Thursdays in July and August at Donaldson Park. The details will be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And that, as usual, will be posted on the social media and the Borough page. I also want to extend sincere thanks to the community center team and the Main Street Highland Park for coordinating the 5K race and the Spring Street Fair. Despite the rain, the event was vibrant and full of energy. It was really a joy to walk down Meriden Avenue and see the range of vendors, taste foods from around the world, and connect with friends and neighbors. I'm already looking forward to Arts in the Park Festival later this year. I also want to take a moment to highlight the incredible volunteers who make these events possible. Main Street Highland Park, for example, is led by a volunteer board, just like many of our other boards and commissions and committees. These individuals balance jobs, family, personal challenges, and yet they still find time to give back. Their work often goes unseen, but it is deeply appreciated, and I want to thank them for their continued service to the community. Lastly, something really stood out to me at the Spring Fair, the diversity of vendors, from children to seniors, people of different races, religions, and backgrounds. Everyone was represented. It was a beautiful reflection of who we are. So let's be clear, diversity is not something to be feared. Diversity is strength. The earth is diverse, humanity is diverse. Our community should reflect that too. We should champion diversity and embrace it, welcome it and celebrate it, because the communities that make space for everyone is the community that thrives. That's my report for tonight.
Thank you. Councilmember Hirsch. Sorry.
I agree. My name is Matthew Hirsch. I chair the Public Works and Public Utilities Committee. Good evening, everybody. Just a few announcements. The New Jersey Department of Transportation has announced its fiscal year 2025 local transportation fund projects, and that includes awarding the borough more than $600,000 for improvements to South 7th Avenue, South 11th Avenue, and Lawrence Avenue. The transportation fund is this is that gas tax that you hear about. It gets deposited into the state transportation fund and is allocated through an application process. So thank you, Terry, and your team for making sure that we're on top of that, and we continue our road reconstruction projects slowly and deliberately. And so the plan for work is as follows: South 7th Avenue from Eden Avenue to Donaldson Street, South 11th Avenue from near Woodbridge Avenue to Aurora Street. Aurora Street is the best name for a street in Highland Park, by the way. Lawrence Avenue from Harrison Avenue to Lincoln Avenue. The timelines and when that construction will take place will be, the public will be notified, and certainly residents will be as well. But keep a lookout for that as the summer and fall progress. The intersections and just related, the intersections of Lincoln Avenue and Lawrence Avenue, South 7th Avenue and Donaldson Street, and Eden Avenue are part of the 2018 Safe Routes to School project. You'll recall that this was a grant that the borough received from DOT back in 2018 to improve our crosswalks and intersections for more pedestrian mobility. And this would include a curb ramp improvements at the intersection of Lincoln Avenue and Lawrence Avenue, using the design provided by NE5 Inc., which some of you may recall was for Safe Routes to School consultant. Next up, bulk pickup is underway. So the Department of Public Works is collecting bulk waste collection through May, June, and then into September and October, with the summer off. Pickups are scheduled on Wednesdays during these months, but you have to make an appointment. Please call Public Works at 732-247-9379 during business hours to make an appointment. I had a fairly large haul removed, so thank you to our Public Works team for making sure that we're able to do that spring cleaning. In September, there will be additional pickups scheduled in correlation with the townwide garage sale, and those dates will be announced. We will not need an appointment in September. Each household may request up to 2 collections per year. And I'm sorry, I do have the dates. The week after the townwide garage sale, Tuesday, September 17th, and Thursday, September 19th, there will be bulk pickup with no appointment necessary. However, recycling will not be collected during the week of September 16th through September 20th. Materials may be placed curbside no sooner than 1 hour before sundown of the day prior to the scheduled pickup. Materials not properly secured or bundled and unacceptable items, and please refer to the list available at www.hpboro.com. The unacceptable items will not be collected. Materials put out for collection without a scheduled appointment or on the wrong date also will not be collected. So pick up the phone, make that call. It's really easy, and DPW will come out, and we thank them for that work. The Environmental Commission will meet tomorrow, May 7th at 8 p.m. on Zoom. Please go to www.hpboro.com for the link to the Zoom meeting. The Shade Tree Advisory Committee will hold its regular meeting its regular monthly meeting next Wednesday, May 14th at 7:30 p.m. And please go to www.hpboro.com for the link to that meeting. I want to give a special shout out to the Shade Tree Advisory Committee, Terry Hobert and your team for shepherding through the spring 2025 tree planting schedule. You may have seen that we have 100 new trees out there lining borough streets, and there is always more, and there's always room for more trees. And so we look forward to further plantings, into the fall and as we make our additional tree planting cycles. You can fill out a tree planting request form that is also available at www.hpboro.com. If you have a missing gap on your street, you can submit a form, and the next round of plantings will make sure that a tree gets out there. So why plant a tree? And I do want to get into this because it was Earth Day on April 22nd, and in Highland Park we celebrate Earth Day on May 4th. May the 4th be with you, by the way. So trees help conserve energy by blocking winter winds and shading the summer sun. They reduce noise pollution by absorbing sounds. Trees filter and cleanse our water. On average, trees add from 5 to 6% of the value of a house to the value of a house. A large shade tree can produce enough oxygen for 10 people each year. Trees make the borough cooler by reducing the urban heat island effect. They control soil erosion. They enhance the appearance of our streets. They clean the air by absorbing carbon dioxide and harmful pollutants. And obviously, there are a million other ways that we enjoy trees and we appreciate them. And that's why we make these investments every year. So on Earth Day, I do also want to give a special shout out to Sustainable Highland Park under the leadership of Rose DiLorenzo and our past chair, Tina Weishaus, and their team for putting together an incredible Earth Day celebration at the Highland Park School there on Sunday. Prior to that, many thanks to the subcommittee of Sustainable Highland Park for the 8 amazing volunteers who removed nearly 20 pounds of litter from Raritan Avenue, North 3rd, and 5 rain gardens on South 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And this was done just in time for the street and for the street fair and the Earth Day Fest. So please, thanks to everyone who pitched in to make our streets shine. It's funny, up here on the council, what we can do, or what I consider our work to do, is really be an advocate for our boards and commissions and make sure that they have the resources, the guidance, and the direction that they need to achieve their goals. And I'm fortunate enough to represent boards and commissions that are so energized, so organized, and are so involved in just the betterment of the borough. We are really, really, really lucky to have folks who step up and put in those volunteer hours. The urgency of environmentalism is not missed by I think by any of us. From the melting of polar ice caps to the formation of continents of plastic waste in the oceans, from major fires ravaging the largest forests and the increasing number of extreme weather events, from the degradation of air and water quality with direct impacts on the health of entire sections of the population, to the daily disappearance of animal and plant species, environmentalism and environmental stewardship has never been more important. And I think, when we have volunteers who are approaching the borough specifically to get more involved in environmental stewardship and environmentalism, it really speaks volumes about, the zeitgeist and where people's hearts are right now and where people want to target their urgency. We're unfortunately, we don't have a friend at the federal level right now, the EPA. And one of the reasons why this gubernatorial election coming up is so important is that we need people who can represent good environmental stewardship. So thank you to our local volunteers. All that activity and action starts at home, and we are lucky that we have some amazing volunteers who call Highland Park home. That's my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're going to move on to Administrators report.
I'll get that.
Say number last. Borough Administrator report.
You want me to go next?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Terry Hovera, Borough Administrator. Just a couple items on the, that I'd like to mention that are on the agenda tonight. We have, of course, are hopefully adopting our budget. That's an important task that we have before us, as well as the Main Street Park budget. And I do want to take this opportunity to thank our CFO, Maria Champion, and our auditor, Jerry Stanquist, who are here tonight rooting for adoption. And all the hard work that was put into getting us to this point. And I thank you for your consideration of the budget in a few moments. And there's also a bond ordinance on for introduction that I just thought I'd mention. It's for $1.5 million. That's pretty much what a new water main on Woodbridge Avenue is going to cost. It's a portion of Woodbridge Avenue. We were able to marry the replacement of the water main to the road project that's forthcoming from Middlesex County. So at least we're saving on roadway restoration. But I hear that the project's finally getting off the ground with the county. So we need to have the funds to pay for our share of the work, which the large part of it is the water main. So I appreciate your consideration for that item on the agenda. That's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Ready?
Oh, yes, thank you. And one slightly disappointing item, there was item number 11A, which the gentleman pointed out, maybe a cursed item, because that seems to be ones we have to table. We have to table, unfortunately, or it's advisable, I believe, to table the film ready ordinance that we have prepared for introduction. We got some feedback from the Film Ready Commission that they have some new best practices that they're asking towns to incorporate. So rather than adopt and amend, it makes sense to take a pause. They're going to give us those comments, and I'm hoping it'll be on the next meeting for your consideration. Nothing, I don't even have details on what they are, but this is their attempt at having some consistency across the municipalities. And we want to get our film ready certification. So they basically indicated we have to require that. So I would advise us to table that for now and bring it back when we have the additional feedback from the commission incorporated into the draft.
Thank you. Council President.
Thank you, Mayor. My name is Stephanie Kim Chohan, and I am the Chair of Finance. Last month, the Rent Control Board convened to finalize their recommendations to council regarding exemptions and CPI calculation, vacancy decontrol, and more. And tonight, also, like the Terry Robert had mentioned, on the agenda is the adoption of the budget. I want to express my gratitude to the entire staff as well that's here, and council as well for their hard work, especially in light of recent grant and funding cuts. I appreciate your understanding. We currently have an opening for a part-time tax assessor clerk. If you are interested, please apply on our borough website. I also want to wish Kathy Davis well as she retires at the end of this month. So thank you, Kathy. And happy AAPI month in celebration of Asian American and Pacific Islanders Heritage Month. This year's theme is a legacy of leadership and resilience. I would like to express my gratitude to my fellow AAPI community members for your contributions. Your voices and experiences are invaluable to our Highland Park community. Lastly, I want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all the moms celebrating this weekend. Enjoy yourselves, you deserve it. I, for one, will be treating myself to a platinum hydrofacial at the Park Medi Spa, courtesy, here in Highland Park, courtesy of my husband. This is my second Mother's Day, and I can't wait to celebrate. So I look forward to that. I've been wanting to go there for a while, and that's my report.
Wonderful. Great. For attorney's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Would you like me to go over the public participation?
Yes, sure.
Sure.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Aaron Raynone. I am an attorney with Raynone, Coughlin, Mancello. I just want to take a few minutes and kind of give a refresher as to what the public participation is. For those of you who have already been here, you're aware of it. For those who are participating for the first time, it's just a good piece of information. The public is able to speak at these meetings on 2 different occasions here. The first one is part 10. That affords everyone 3 minutes to discuss any item on the agenda. At the end of the agenda, you'll notice a second public participation that gives the public an additional 3 minutes to speak on any topic that they want. For those 3 minutes, the time is yours, depending on, if it's an agenda or not. They're not back and forth for the purpose of efficiency and to allow everyone an opportunity to speak. What we do is we encourage everyone to speak for their 3 minutes. They'll sit down. The council will take all of the questions and comments under advisement. And upon conclusion of the public portion, we'll respond to the comments as necessary. It's a fairly straightforward process, and it's really designed to ensure that everyone has an opportunity to speak, to have their opinions heard, and then to move on and allow another participant to be afforded the same opportunity. So I hope that clarifies the public participation. Mayor, if you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them, but I think we're good.
Thank you, appreciate that. My report is brief. I joined a group called the Mayor's Alliance of the US. And sadly to say, I'm only one of 5 mayors in the state of New Jersey that joined the Alliance. And the Alliance has 507 members. And it's there to make sure that no kids go to bed hungry. And it's a champion we're championing no hunger for kids. As we see that some of the programs, such as free and reduced lunch, may be impacted or maybe cut, SNAP may be cut. So there is a movement that we must all work in collectively to make sure that no kid goes to bed hungry. We have seen here in Highland Park that our food pantry and Give a Hoot that delivers food, I think food pantry is on Thursday, Hoot is on Tuesday, and we've seen a huge uptick. I was surprised on Tuesday morning I was driving by to see that the lines for food was wrapped around the building. So we're having a serious food crisis, and I want to make sure that children, especially in Highland Park and across the United States, don't go to bed hungry. So that's why I became a member of this Food Alliance. And happy to say that one of the persons championed this is Rachel Ray. She has a cooking show, and she is very much aligned with making sure that we can provide food for the most vulnerable amongst us. So there is going to be a number of dates and a lot of opportunities that I will be sharing where people can sign up to support this alliance, to especially to write letters saying that you do support that SNAP programs and free and reduced lunch program for school kids should not be cut. So I will keep you posted as we move along. And another thing I want to say, that Partners Grant is coming up real soon. The deadline is May 13th at 1 p.m. If you're interested in receiving the grant this year, please reach out to Harry Glazer, and you can go on the website and get his information, or just call in and get information, or go on the website and fill the application out for the Partners Grant. And I did not want to interrupt my colleague when he was speaking, but I thought about it afterwards, and I thought about Councilmember Hirsch, as you talked about DPW, called DPW for people who have garbage. I thought about the students that are with us temporarily, and they're going to be leaving because there's a graduation coming up, and oftentimes people just discard mattresses and what have you on our sidewalks. So I think it's really important that we can notify, if we can notify as many persons as possible, say, please call DPW, they'll come and haul that stuff away. We don't want to see mattresses and furniture discarded on our sidewalk. It makes our town look unsightly. So if you can work with us and just call the number for DPW, then that would be awesome. And I also want to thank all the members of all the departments in this borough, from police, fire, first aid, OEM, CERT, the CERT team, the members of the community center. They all came out this weekend to make the street fair, again, a wonderful success. And we couldn't have done it without the teams of volunteers and everyone else to make this happen. one interesting thing that was at the street fair this year, it was called the HPDEI cookie. And one of the questions was asked, what do you think of the HPDEI cookie? You had to say something about it. And I said, in Highland Park, our diversity and inclusion is what you see on the street fair. Councilmember Vargas spoke about it. She talked about the diversity of people and how we all got along. We celebrated, we had fun. And that's what makes us special here in Highland Park, because we can support all our diversity in food, culture, people, and everything else. So that was awesome. And last but not least, I want to wish everyone a happy American Pacific Islander Month. And that's my report. Councilmember, yeah, do you have a report?
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor, and I do apologize for being late. Little family issues of transportation, so I do apologize to everybody. I'm sure it's been said, but I'll just reiterate what I'm assuming my colleagues and mayor said about the street fair. Was a tremendous success. The rain held out. It's funny that you mentioned diversity, because I'll show you how. I'll tell you what I wrote. Around 11:15 on the morning of the street fair, I got a text from my uncle Richard, who said that this was the best street fair ever. And I responded, why? Why is this the best street fair ever? And he texted back, variety. And so I just wanted to show that even there, diversity is really important to Highland Park. So I thought that was a fun story. We really did have a great bunch of vendors this time around. And I just wanted to specifically thank Rebecca Hirsch and Main Street for the street fair part, but then also Kim McGraw and her team, who really took a step up in their involvement with the 5K this year. So it was a great partnership, I think, between Main Street and everybody else. Thank you for that. I also, as many people have heard, there's been numerous reports that Rite Aid is closing at the locations, not just the one in Highland Park, but all their locations. We'd always hoped, and often we're told, that Rite Aid was likely safe because it also had a liquor license. But according to these news reports, after filing a second bankruptcy proceeding, it's likely that most of the Rite Aids, all of the Rite Aids, are going to close. I want to assure everyone that the borough is ready and willing and able to do everything we can to figure out what happens next. We've been in contact with the folks at Rite Aid, and we're going to continue to do that. Obviously, it's going to take some time to fully sort this out. Corporate restructuring is no easy business, but Highland Park is willing, ready, and able to do whatever we can to make sure that there's a great tenant in that facility, wherever it might be. I also wanted to mention just two quick agenda items that are on tonight in addition to the budget. One is the film licensing ordinance. This is the state of New Jersey has been moving very, very aggressively towards creating.
It's tabled.
Oh,
It's tabled.
It's tabled. My apologies, that's what you get for being late, but we support it. It's a great thing. We're very excited for next time. Thank you very much. Thank you, Norma. I appreciate you. Okay, well, how about this one? We are also, as I said last week, we hired Arterial, which is a landscape design firm, to help us work on the 3rd Avenue pedestrian plaza. It's a great opportunity to work with a great company to build a great space. So I wanted to mention that. I know generally that we stay away from elections and politics, but there are elections coming up, June 2nd primary. And I just wanted to mention real quick that this is one of the first times ever that there have been competitive races on both the Democratic and Republican sides. And so I wanted to point out and highlight to people that there are debates coming up between the candidates on both sides. On the Republican side, there's a debate on May 7th, which is right around the corner, and another one on May 20th. So check your local listings for that. For the Democrats, it's May 12th and May 18th. So 4 debates in 1 month. It's a great opportunity to see the various candidates and what they stand for. So please, in addition to going out and voting on June 10th, please make sure you go out and learn about all the candidates. And then lastly, I also wanted to mention that May is also Jewish Heritage Month. The month is designed to celebrate the numerous ways in which Jewish Americans have contributed to the development of this country since we first got here in 1654.
The date of May was chosen as an anniversary by President George Bush in 2006, about the 350th anniversary of the arrival of Jews to American shores. With the enormous and unprecedented rise in anti-Semitism, both locally, nationally, and internationally, I think it's really important to recognize and remember all the tremendous accomplishments made by Jewish Americans to our community, our country, and our world. So please also join me, in addition to AAPI, it's Jewish Heritage Month. Let's celebrate that as well. So thank you very much, Madam Mayor, and I apologize for being here.
Thank you. Now it's time for public participation. 21 minutes total, 3 minutes per speaker, limited to items on the agenda. Comments from members of the public attending in person will be heard first, followed by those members attending via Zoom. And anyone on Zoom, Terry?
We have 5 attendees on Zoom, but no hands up.
Okay, seeing there's none, may I have a motion to close public participation?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance requiring a first reading. Next we, 11A. 11A has been tabled, so next we have 11A, ordinance number 25-2.
A motion to table.
Oh, may I have a motion to table ordinance number 11A? It's
So moved.
25-2213.
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Absolutely.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Clerk, please report on the introduction of ordinance number 25-2114.
Bond ordinance providing for various water and sewer improvements appropriating 1.5 million thereof, therefore, from the water and sewer utility and authorizing the issuance of 1,500,000 bonds or notes to finance costs thereof by the Finance Committee for consideration of passage on first reading by title.
May I have a motion to adopt or reject 25-21-14?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Now we have resolution requiring a separate reading. May I have a motion to adopt or reject resolution 5-25-1-125, authorizing the reading of the budget by title only?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Public hearing on the municipal budget. May I have a motion to open up public hearing on the 2025 municipal budget? So public hearing.
Second.
Anyone on Zoom, Terry?
Mayor, no, I see 6 attendees now, but no hands up.
Okay, may I have a motion to close, see there's none. May I have a motion to close public hearing on the 2025 municipal budget?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes, and thank you very much to the finance team.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
May I have a motion to adopt or reject resolution -25-126, adoption of the 2025 municipal budget?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
This was a tough budget year, but it was excellent work by everybody. Our professionals, thank you very much. Our borough administrator, hard work, mayor, hard work. Council members weighing in each in their own particular areas, and we managed to pull off a budget and still provide the services to our boards and commissions and to our residents. And I proudly vote yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
I just wanted to concur with Councilman George, that this was it's a tough budget year all around. And I think what you see here is a lot of hard work. And now, thanks to the finance team and the admin team, really appreciate everybody's hard work. And you'll notice that, our boards and commissions, are going to be funded to have the ability to do the program that they want to do. We did have to be lean. We had some plans for public works, for example, which in my bucket to bolster our capacity. That's going to have to wait. But we are going to maintain the same level of service, and just really appreciate everybody's hard work. Yes.
Council President Kim Cho-Han.
Yes, and I just like to echo all of my colleagues and everyone's comments as well. Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Thank you, finance team, yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
May I have a motion to adopt or reject resolution 5-25-127, authorizing the reading of Main Street Highland Park budget by title only?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes, and all of the things that were said about the municipal budget, we said the same thing about the Main Street budget. So thank you very much to everybody who worked really hard on it. Again, a tough budget year, but a good budget.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho-Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Public hearing on Main Street Highland Park budget. May I have a motion to open public hearing on the 2025 Main Street Highland Park budget? So moved.
Second.
Anyone else?
Same six, no hands up.
Okay, seeing none, may I have a motion to close public hearing on the 2025 Main Street Highland Park budget?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho-Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
May I have a motion to adopt or reject resolution 5-25-128, adoption of the 2025 Main Street Highland Park budget?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Abstain.
Council President Kim Cho-Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
May I have a motion to adopt or reject resolution 25-129, authorizing self-examination of municipal budget accordance with NJSA 48.4-78B and NJAC 5-30.7.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho-Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
And now we move to the consent agenda. May I ask any members of the council if there's anything that they would like to pull from the consent agenda before we vote? Anything to be separated out?
No, me.
No.
May I have a motion to adopt or reject the following consent agenda items, 13A through 13K?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes, and especially 13H. Yes.
Council President Kim Cho-Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yeah, I'd like to say something on this, so it's not about the shuttle bus, but I just wanted to say that I'm very much looking forward to the agreement with Arterial, looking forward to moving forward the South Third Avenue Plaza. I've been nagging staff and colleagues about making this happen faster and faster, so I'm very happy to see this report, and I look forward to nagging Arterial. I vote yes.
I just note that for the record that Councilman Postelnick is being very gracious, but this shuttle bus is going to be electric.
Yes. Very excited about it.
And we'll find space for it.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Now we move on to appointments. Mayor Teen Advisory Committee, Joanne Lindsay, Raymond Rodriguez III, Maria Roach, Jalen Roach, Rena Dubas, Jovan Cutler, Zion Cutler, Jalen Flores, Lily Bullock, Gabrielle Vasquez.
So moved.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes, well moved forward.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes, and thank you to the departing class.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes, thank you for the welcoming class. New class.
Councilmember Vargas,
Yes.
Okay. Now it's time for the second public participation. 3 minutes per speaker on any topic, subject to conclude by 9 p.m. Comments from members of the public attending in person will be heard first, followed by those who are attending on Zoom. Anyone raising their hand, Terry?
No, Mayor.
Seeing none.
Sorry, someone just raised, they just needed a second.
Okay.
It looks like Tanishka Pavati, apologize for the pronunciation. If you could just state your name for the record, please. You. Tanishka Pavati. Not able to hear you. So can we just make sure it's not the volume on the TV?
It was good.
It was, okay.
Hello?
Now we hear you.
Yeah. Hi. Okay. So may
Can
I
you
say
say your name, please?
I'm Tanishka Patipati.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
In 2023, Montana passed an aggressive anti-climate law which forbade agencies from considering the climate when deciding whether to give permits for major projects like new power plants. But Montana youth sued the state, arguing that the law violated their constitutional right to a clean and healthful environment. A court ruled in their favor, declaring the law unconstitutional, and the Montana Supreme Court upheld this decision in 2024. Now, why were the youth able to bring this lawsuit? Because Montana has a Green Amendment in their constitution. Hi, I'm Tanishka, and I'm a freshman at J.P. Stevens in Edison, and I'm here to ask you, the Highland Park Borough Council, to pass a resolution endorsing Assembly Bill ACR 119 and Senate Bill ACR 43, nicknamed the New Jersey Green Amendment. I've emailed you a fact sheet with links to resolutions passed by Metuchen and Princeton and other towns that you can use as a model for your resolution. The proposed New Jersey Green Amendment reads, every person has a right to a clean and a healthy environment, including pure water, clean air, a safe climate, ecologically healthy habitats, and to the preservation of the natural and the scenic qualities of the environment. The state shall not infringe upon these rights. The state's natural resources, among them its water, air, flora, fauna, climate, and public lands are the common property of all the people, including both present and future generations. The state shall serve as a trustee of these resources and shall conserve and maintain them for the benefit of all people. Now, I know there are environmental regulations out there, but this amendment offers protection at the highest level, the state constitution. Rules and regulations can be easily rolled back or not enforced, and this is what is happening now with the federal government, which is actively dismantling environmental protections that took decades to establish. We need this constitutional amendment to ensure that decisions made at the state level prioritize the environment, no matter who gets elected. If this gets on the ballot and is passed, New Jersey will be a role model for other states who want to protect their environment. New York passed a Green Amendment into their constitution. Yes?
Continue. You got 30 seconds. Continue.
Okay. Over 70% of voters supporting it. We are the generation that is growing up with wildfires and floods in our headlines. We are the generation that learns about climate disasters in classrooms, but so many people are denying it is happening. Show us that you will take bold action now while you have a chance to act. Please care about the future of youth, of wildlife, and of future generations and endorse the Green Amendment.
Thank you. And I will share that information. You sent it to me earlier. I will share it with my council colleague and then we'll discuss it, okay?
I'm sorry, I already
Okay.
took her off.
Okay, we'll share that information. All righty. You want to respond to her?
Yeah.
I think we wanted
Oh,
to
after
share the
you.
information with everyone.
Yeah.
And have everyone have a chance to look at the material, then we should discuss. Oh, you all did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, you have a comment?
I'm sorry, earlier we talked about the public portion and allowing everyone the time and then the conclusion of the public
Right,
portion.
and then we
adjourn,
close,
Giving
right.
the council, so I don't want to confuse everyone by having some responses and some not. That was my only 2 cents in.
I appreciate that,
Yes.
Attorney. Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else on Zoom?
No other hands raised.
Seeing that there's none, may I have a motion to close public participation?
So moved.
Second,
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
And now I have 2 colleagues that wishes to say something in regards to this. Councilmember Hirsch.
Thank you, Mayor. Just very quickly, I just wanted to thank Tanishka for speaking. We spoke at the Earth Day Fair on Sunday, so really appreciate your advocacy. And as you know, this is something that our Sustainable Highland Park and Environmental Commission are supporting. So we do look forward to this going up through the ranks and eventually, and the Borough Council sign off. So we appreciate the advocacy and keep at it, please. Thank you, Mayor.
Councilmember Hale, did you have a comment as well?
Sorry, my only comment was that Tanishka shared it with the entire council, I believe she said.
Oh, okay.
Just to let you know that she had shared it with everybody already.
Oh, okay, thank you. Council President Kim Cho Han.
I didn't have a response, but I had forgot that it is Teacher Appreciation Week and no one had mentioned it here. And it's also Nurses Appreciation Week. I totally forgot and I've been working with it. So I did want to really share my appreciation for the teachers and also for the nurses. During COVID, Nurse Appreciation Week was through the roof. We all appreciated our nurses, so we haven't forgot about you. So we really do appreciate you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Then the next thing we have is executive session. And we're going to move into executive session. May I have a motion? No. Executive session, which is 16A 5-25-141, resolution authorizing executive session. It's litigation, JSM versus Highland Park. May I have a motion to adopt resolution 5-25-141, authorizing executive session litigation?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yeah.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Thank you all. Everyone have a great Mother's Day weekend and be safe. Thank you.